Good as time as any?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Oh, nice. Small North Carolina town aesthetic.
Here, let me lift it up so people aren't looking down at us. Oh, man.
What with the Noyle doof that just went by?
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Walkabout with Robert and Chris, and loud-ass truck noise.
Oh, yeah. It is a lovely evening, absolutely. The temperature is perfect, humidity is absolutely perfect, and we both have milkshakes.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that, does it?
So, here we are, doing another walkabout. This time actually walking about. Last time we did more of a sit about.
Yeah, so it goes.
And we were at the beach.
It's a good place to be. We were at the beach last weekend.
Yep.
Because my sister had a baby.
A little baby.
A human baby, I should say.
She had to be really weird. Probably to call an exorcist.
Nope, she adopted a chimpanzee named Bubbles.
They're all like bubbles.
Chimpanzees are like Powerpuff Girls.
How?
Well, they're small, they're cute, and they have the same names.
And we have the sun directly in the lens.
I know. Well, not for long. We're just crossing a street.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. That nice auto adjust.
Oh, you know, it's funny. My mother had a camera. It was one of the first digital cameras. Had a floppy disk. An actual 1.44 meg.
I've heard of those. I've never seen one in person.
They were terrible.
Well, I mean, how could it not be?
It could take about...
Did you know there was a, oh shoot. What was it? There was something that ran off of video. Like tape. Well, it was a form of memory that ran off of tape.
Yeah, you could use...
But there was also a,
yeah.
There was a video camera that ran off of a floppy disk, like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm. It wouldn't record for very long, I imagine.
No, it would record, but it was incredibly compressed, as you might imagine.
Yeah.
Very, very low quality, basically dots.
Reminds me, I was looking through some music. I was trying to recombine my music collection. And
that old chestnut, reliving the teenage years, as it were.
Yeah, well, I was
the
going through the music.
Youth of a miscreant.
I put in an audio CD from Godsmack into the computer to rip it that I had.
Hold on a second. Oh, I need to go back this way. Can they see him? There we go. Tyrannosaurus Rex in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I totally spun in the wrong direction.
This is the exact reason you're not hired by Steven Spielberg to be the cinematographer.
No, it's because I won't touch children. Hi-oh. Allegedly. Satire.
All good fun. Just like a Weinstein does to Brie Larson behind the counter.
Oh, no, man, no, not Captain Marvel. You must be one of those internet trolls.
Okay, we're gonna stop this.
The hacker known as 4chan.
Who is this
4chan? And what does he or she want?
So anyway, I pulled up the CD, and it actually had a program that launched. Because I opened it up, and I was expecting to see the like it's the T data, and then the...
And it was your mother in a Shiza film.
No, it had an auto run. That's the weird thing, is it had an auto run. I was like, wait, what the hell? And so for all those discs, because they don't auto run anymore, you go into, on Windows, you go into the run prompt with PR, you type the letter assignment, and it will run the auto run. And what it did was it opened up this program that had all of these little videos on there.
Right.
Of the making of the CD, them making the album. The technical specifications for it or something like you have to have higher than Windows 98.
Wow.
So it's a really, really old music disc. And I pull it up and the video footage is like 86p.
That's is that even a thing?
Well, a lot of those probably used custom codecs. I think it was yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly what format it was. It was on there, something goofy. VLC recognized it.
You know, it's funny, I was watching a streamer compilation, and people were complaining that he was streaming a Nintendo 64 game in 720p, that he should do it in a higher res. And he's like, it's not going to make a difference.
No.
It's a Nintendo 64 game.
Was he doing it on the Nintendo 64 or on an emulator?
Well, technically yes, an emulator through the Wii.
Oh, okay, so no, it wouldn't go any higher.
No.
If he was using an actual emulator for PC, then yes, you can actually
Right, well there's
hack it.
there's texture mods, there's frame FPS
Well, no,
mods.
what you can do is you can actually hack the renderer to where it can actually do sub-pixel rendering. So you can actually get really pretty frames. So like you can do that. I remember for that for Metroid Prime, you can actually turn on sub-pixel AA, which is like a form of super sampling, where it actually takes the image at twice your resolution and then scales it down to, scales it down to your resolution, so that it acts like a form of anti-aliasing that is actually super accurate.
Right.
The reason it isn't used in games very often, it is. Doom uses it.
Let's go ahead and cross the street.
As well as a few other games use super sampling. But the reason it's not used very often is because it's very intensive. You're literally making everything twice as computationally as expensive as you would have been for AA.
Yeah.
Effectively. It's good AA. It's the best AA there is, but...
Well, that old chestnut aside, seen any good movies lately?
No.
That's the general go-to.
Oh, we did see Infinity War.
Well, I've seen Infinity War.
I saw part of Infinity War. That is a very normal sound in North Carolina, if you're not familiar.
Well, not all of North Carolina, but yeah, certainly.
Most of North Carolina.
You got to learn what Truck-Nutz are. Go Google search that one, our European friends.
Now, mind you, they are illegal in North Carolina now.
Whatever.
People were complaining.
So is
about them.
moonshine, that doesn't stop us, allegedly.
I plead the fifth.
I love all these lovely diamonds they have on the sidewalk. It's just such a nice little touch. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Ooh, yeah. I can't help myself. We have come across a beautiful old car. This thing has been beautifully maintained. I'm gonna make sure not to get the license plate. This is
Holiday. I'm having a hard time.
they probably can't hear you.
Hold on. 88 Holiday Chrysler?
I don't know. You tell me.
Not familiar with it.
Love the jet airliner.
Well, that was a very popular look at the time.
Yeah, very sexy.
However, it also caused lots of
Oh
problems.
man, the sun is set. Look at how perfect this lighting. This is what they call the golden hour. Golden hour. Better than a golden shower. Am I right, ladies? Gentlemen? Smizmars.
He, she, it.
Him, sure, zer, zim, zaps. Look, Christopher, a relic of our childhood. Man,
Toys R Us.
if that is not if that is not a sobering reminder of how times change.
Yeah, well, that's one of them.
You know what's really sad is that my son's not going to grow up in a world with toy stores. Like, there may be boutique toy stores, but like, no such thing otherwise.
Oh, like the bookstore we went down to.
Oh,
Coast,
yeah, at Emerald Isle, yeah. Great bookstore there at Emerald Plantation. Would have been a good place for a walkabout, but we had the baby in tow.
And other people.
Yeah, the missus is not a big fan of being on the camera.
Nah, not because she hates her image, just mostly because,
No, it's all vanity.
yeah.
All vanity. She spends 6 hours a day in wardrobe and makeup. I mean, y'all probably don't realize this, but Chris and I was 65 years old. We spend a lot on CGI, you know, post-processing, you know, rendering, that sort of thing.
It is quite impressive.
So, now here's a little strategy I will tell you for those of you watching at home. Anytime somebody asks your age, always say like 20 years older than you actually are. The reason I say this is, if you're 25, and they say, you know, how old are you? And you say, I'm 45. Their reaction is going to be, holy shit, you look great. What do you do? To which you then respond, oh, everything. Cocaine, drugs, alcohol, whoring, gambling, you name it.
Smoke no less than 2 packs a day. Mind you, that's simultaneously.
Wow. You're
gonna pry the jaw open and get all the cigarettes in there at once.
You're
Remember
like
to take one really big, deep breath.
You're like the guy in the freak show who'd have a mouth full of cigs.
Yep.
You get the strangest look when you've got a selfie stick. People are like, ah, yes, the bane of human existence.
It was really the people. I think it was what it was.
What was?
The people using the selfie sticks.
So it goes.
So it may.
It is a gorgeous night for a walk. We are in that.
Here, tip it up a bit.
We are in that beautiful month in North Carolina where things are actually nice, and then they're not. Then they are oppressively hot.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't say we get like Alabama hot, but it gets hot.
Yeah. It's funny, I was talking to somebody who's from Texas, and they're like, it's not so hot around here. It's not hot at all. You guys are just complaining. I'm like, so what about the winter? And they're like, you go to hell.
Yeah, basically. Oklahoma has some pretty harsh winters. You know that old saying, Oklahoma, where the wind comes rolling down the plains?
It's that wind.
Yeah, imagine if it's a cold Canadian wind, which it is.
Ugh.
You see, Chris, there's no geographic barriers to keep it out.
Wait, so it's wind that somehow thinks of the wrong bacon?
What? I don't get it.
Canadian bacon?
Nah.
It's circular ham. Stop trying to call it bacon.
No, it's definitely not bacon. It's not even made from the belly.
Nope.
It's just, yeah, whatever. It's too lean. Pork belly should be fat and fattening. That's the problem we have here in the South, though, is everybody still eats like a farmhand, eating 6,000 calories a day, but they only burn about 500.
The classic Southern breakfast is something that usually is a staple in a lot of people's idea of Southern cooking, which is usually ham, eggs, oatmeal, grits.
You know, when you say ham,
Biscuits.
you mean country ham, which
Yes.
is not the same as normal ham. It is a salted, smoked ham.
Yes.
It's like with prosciutto.
bacon.
It's like prosciutto,
Yeah.
I would say.
With bacon, sausage, waffles, pancakes, pretty much every single breakfast item you've ever heard of.
And, oh, by the way, weird stuff like sweet potatoes and sliced tomatoes and stuff like that, too.
And liver mush.
Liver mush, that's right. Native North Carolina product. Everybody in the States has some version of it. Scotland calls it haggis. Theirs has a lot of organs in it.
Yeah.
Ours has some. Liver mush obviously has liver, as you might imagine. But it's like scrapple. It's like, what's another name for it? Head cheese. Head cheese.
Yeah. Or liver pate, just with a few more things.
Sure. But yeah,
But
that's part of the problem. I mean, the food was designed.
For you to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning when the sun was still down, and you to move every single farm animal you had and plow the fields already and get everything ready for the farm.
You'd work for 3 hours before you'd come in for breakfast.
Yeah. And so that was the breaking of the fast. Breakfast, obviously, obviously something that's dedicated to the South, but that's just the kind of thing you're breaking the fast you would have overnight.
And that's the thing, we were an incredibly agrarian community. Now we are an incredibly sedentary community. For the most part. Obviously there are exceptions.
If you look at North Carolina on Google Maps and start zooming out, you'll notice there's a lot of farmland. A whole ton of farmland.
And that's changing every day.
Unfortunately.
You know, I think this right here is a perfect example of the small town America, small town North Carolina in particular, that you can get just, 15 minutes outside of city limits.
Or an hour in traffic.
Well, that too. Still not as bad as Atlanta or Charlotte or DC or even Richmond.
Oh, DC traffic. Oh.
Yeah. There is no greater hive of scum or villainy in all the galaxy.
That's actually very true, but
Except for EU Parliament.
there you go.
Take that, Europe! 1776 will commence again!
Okay, so 1776 is the response to 1311. Article 13, Articles 11.
It'd be even better if you talked about the Magna Carta.
I mean that thing that Parliament ignores? Now it's my turn.
It is, watch out for the broken glass.
Yep.
Well, so much for saying this is a nice place. One piece of broken glass, 1 star, Yelp. Would not recommend. Tis a marvelous evening for a jaunt.
I'm surprised you haven't finished more of your milkshake.
I've been talking, not sipping.
There's actually nothing quite like going out for a walk with a milkshake because it's heavy, but you're also kind of working it at the same time.
The best thing you can do after a big meal, particularly Thanksgiving, for those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, I'm looking at you.
A whole bunch of crunches.
Yeah. No. No. Yeah, a gallon of milk and crunches.
What? It'll help you lose calories. Because
do,
you know they'll all come right back up before your body has a chance to get hold of them.
It'll do something. But actually going for a walk after a big meal, that's the best thing that you can do.
Yep.
You're on the wrong side of me. I'm sorry.
I was bored standing here. Anyway.
See, that's why I wasn't drinking, because you don't talk when I'm drinking. There you go.
I ain't hurrying.
I am.
That is counter to the classic small town aesthetic we are trying to promote.
I do not dawdle in the street ever. I do not want to be roadkill. Thank you very much. What about you? You want to be roadkill? Sounds like you want to be roadkill.
Let him try. So, I also apologize for us being...
We don't have to apologize every video.
I would like to.
I'm sorry that on the last Walkabout, even though it was a really funny story, we weren't actually walking. And I'm sorry we haven't talked about Puppy Smiles in like 2 weeks.
Hey, you said it.
And I'm sorry about my, my deep, seething intimacy issues. And I'm sorry for all those things I said about your mother.
I have really bad commitment issues.
Yeah, you're telling me. Oh, geez. Well, bye. Hey, Walkabout with Roberto.
Such a nice
what
guy.
subscribers we had immediately plummet.
So, guys, how about you, Click?
As I may be the steak, but Chris brings the sizzle.
So, YouTube has also decided to cut some more of our functionality. So there's that.
Yeah, we got... You know how you always hear about people being like, oh, the algorithm changed and you get screwed. Well, it's kind of what happened.
Well, I mean, also on top of that, the fact that it's now like prevented us from having certain features that we used to have.
Yeah.
When it comes to live streaming. So it's like, well, that affects.
You don't allow AdSense on your videos, and you're just not big enough for us.
Yeah, we only want Disney, MSN, WB. Those are the kind of people that YouTube wants now.
Yeah.
Anybody who YouTube used to think.
Shouldn't we call it BDMSM? Because of how punishing the mainstream media are.
Okay, that's... Okay. It threw me for a loop. I wasn't expecting it as a card ball. So yeah. Anyway. It's been fun. I'd advise everybody who is watching this, if you're watching this on a nice day, go ahead, take a walk.
Burn some calories. Ignore loud trucks behind you.
Yes, nice big diesel trucks, and I bet that was a Power Stroke.
The other thing is that Chris and I don't ask this a lot, but if you are a subscriber on the channel, make sure to hit the bell, so that you can get updated on our videos if you like. And the best thing you can do is just ask a friend to subscribe.
I was going to ask you this as well. If you'd like to see us do things, please comment down at the bottom. I don't care about the algorithm, and I don't care what Susan Wojcicki's beliefs are. I just want to know what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong.
Yeah, if there's something we do that you find really, really boring,
Like right now. Just go ahead and say it. Just open up.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
Anyways.
We are just about running out of daylight. Just about running out of daylight.
So,
I think it's about as good a place as any to end it.
yeah.
What do you think, brother?
I think it's fantastic.
All right, friends. We will catch y'all next time on the next episode of Walkabout. See y'all next time.
Bye.